Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar has said he wants a Gaza truce deal. This comes days after the US, Qatar and Egypt urged Israel and Hamas to return to the negotiating table. Israel has said that it will send a negotiating team to Doha or Cairo for crucial ceasefire talks on August 15th. Hamas has also asked the mediators to implement a ceasefire plan for Gaza, which was earlier put forward by US President Joe Biden, and has hinted that it may stay out of the new round of talks. In a statement, the militant group says, and I quote, "Out of concern and responsibility towards our people, the movement demands the mediators to implement what they earlier presented on July 2nd, 2024, and was based on Biden's vision and the United Nations Security Council resolution. The mediators should enforce this on Israel, instead of going for further negotiation rounds or new proposals." However, the three-stage plan for a ceasefire proposed by Biden, which includes a full and complete ceasefire, withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza, and the release of hostages, was rejected by Israel. Israel had raised objections, saying it did not include one of the primary objectives outlined by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, which is to destroy Hamas. There are also growing concerns on whether Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu wants a ceasefire deal to remain shrouded in uncertainty. While the mediators have urged that a deal is the only path to bring all the hostages back home, Netanyahu also faces growing pressure from his coalition partners, who have made it clear that they do not want Israel to strike a deal with Hamas. Taking to X, Israel's Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich called the ceasefire deal a surrender deal and urged Netanyahu to not fall into this trap. It is a tightrope to Bibi to walk on, considering how his political future largely depends on his coalition partners, several of whom have already threatened to leave the government and cause it to collapse if he agrees to a ceasefire deal. As Hamas's newly appointed chief, Yahya Sinwar has expressed intentions to seal a ceasefire deal with Israel in the besieged Gaza Strip. Our correspondent Jody Cohen tells us more on this latest development.
Right, so Hamas has said that mediators should present a plan based on President Biden's vision, but at the same time Hamas has issued a statement saying that they won't attend the negotiations that are scheduled for the 15th of August. And Hamas has taken responsibility for killing an Israeli man who was driving in the Jordan Valley on Sunday. Now, on Friday, Israel announced that it would send its negotiators to the talks, and that's despite the fact that some of Netanyahu's coalition partners oppose the deal. Now, their concern is that the deal would allow Hamas to regroup and that not all of the 115 hostages would be released. But other parties have said that they would support the coalition in passing any deal. And Netanyahu has said that the deal must stick to his principles to ensure security for Israel. Now, President Biden has said that he believes that a deal could still be reached. But it remains to be seen, of course, what happens with the talks on Thursday. And that's because Israeli intelligence is pointing to a large-scale attack by Iran and its proxy Hezbollah over the next few days.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.